Welcome back, guys, to the This and Much More podcast. I'm Evelin, and my co-host is
Rollie Vogues.
And today, it's going to be only us.
For sure. Honestly, guys, we've been trying to we've been trying to get more guests, but we really haven't sat down and talked about a guest list or anything, right?
I have people waiting for dates, though.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, one thing, we do need to meet for that, pero one thing that I saw Joe Rogan talk about is which I agree a lot.
What?
Is that the guests that he has, it's people he wants to talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm never gonna have anybody on here that I don't want to talk to or meet.
I think everybody, maybe just for me, I think I've only had here maybe just one person that I was like, yeah, whatever about. And I think the same for you. But everybody else
Damn, you're gonna make all our guests be like, fuck, was that me?
No. You could feel my chemistry. If I loved all our guests. Even that person I was still cool with. I was just it was dope to have, you know? But I'm saying to sit down and have a conversation with. I was like, whatever about. Because it was just not, we already had somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I love sitting down with all our guests. I just think we get to know them on a different level, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, AB, man, he's still definitely one of my favorites. And just to be able to sit down with him and talk about food and, you know, reminiscing on when we were kids and stuff like that. I like that.
Well, I know we've talked about it before, but I like knowing that these people, you know, and seeing where they're at, where they're at now, crazy growth. You know what I mean?
Maybe we should do one of those.
We should
pick a random one.
Pick a random one.
Yeah, the first one that comes to mind. Let's start from the beginning. Let's see, Jess.
Oh yeah, she's been going up.
Yeah, and then you know what's so funny? I don't know if she watches the podcast still or not. I think she said she did. But she's like, oh my, when I saw her at Yvonne's, the sneaker summit. No, the sneaker, what was it called?
I don't know what it's called.
The Expo Latinas event, right? Mm-hmm. That we had, the Galentine sneakers. So she was there, right? She was also invited.
It's the gala.
Huh?
It's the gala. Galentine's is a girl Valentine thing.
It was Galentine Gala.
Oh, is it?
Oh my God.
Gala is a fashion thing.
Yes, babe.
Pero Galentine is a Valentine for girls.
I know.
Girls' night.
And that's what it was. It was in February.
Oh
my God.
Okay, because you know how they have the gala, with that's not in February. It's not a Galentine's. It's a
Galentine
gala.
Sneaker Gala. I love to prove you wrong.
Where is it?
The big title. Read it out loud. Read it out. What does it say?
All right.
What does it say? Read it.
Galentine Sneaker Gala.
Thank you. Point is, Jess was there.
But it's not Sneaker Summit.
I know. That's what I said.
Right.
It's not Sneaker Summit. She was there and she was like, I'm like, yeah. She's like, how's the podcast going? And I'm like, it's really good. I mean, we're creating great relationships with all these people. And then she's like, and what about all the guests? And I'm like, I think everybody is doing something. Maybe only 3 or 4 that stopped doing what they talked about on the podcast. And then she's like, oh yeah, Angelica is one of them.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, she is.
Man,
but I told her, I'm like, but she did come on and told us that that's what she was going for the nursing stuff. I think something in the medical field. And she started laughing. She's like, yeah, I know for sure she's not doing the flowers. I'm like, man, but she used to do some dope.
You know how many times I reached out to her? I reached out to her 3 times
to get flowers.
To get flowers for you. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'm you know, I'm down, you know, let's do something, whatever. Pero ya nunca se hizo nada. Pero it was 3 times. I know it was our anniversary. It might have been your birthday.
I tried to get her to set up for Hayleen's quinceañera to do the floor arrangements. Yeah. Because I know she does events. And so she's like, yeah, send them my way. And Vero reached out, but she never responded. But I guess it's just one of those things that she either was busy and doesn't get on the business page as much. Because I know I don't get on AI Mas. as often as I should,
Yeah. I'm gonna start to. I have to like go through everything because sometimes I have like messages and I'm like, fuck, I didn't see this shit.
I was like, how the hell does Faith run like all these accounts?
Yeah. Now you just gotta check them daily.
I see her. She's like, and sometimes I'm like, Faith, da, da, da. And I sometimes I just catch myself like cut what I'm saying because I know she's on her phone,
Yeah.
But anyways, and then she said, I remember like that she thought to herself, damn, these people are real or something like that. I'm like, why? And she's like, because y'all let me shower at y'all's house. I was like, oh my God, you did? I forgot she showered here.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm over here, she's like, that's when I was struggling. And I'm like, look at you now,
Yeah,
like
dope.
It just made me so happy to talk to her and to just give her, ¿cómo se dice? Like give her roses.
Her flowers.
Give her flowers because they're well deserved. Like when she was on here, I remember she said she was struggling and whatever. And to see her now, the growth is so amazing. Like she's somebody that like I'm just like wow. Like not that I didn't think she could do it, but just wow. Like you're inspiring me to be a go-getter even more. You know, like because I love to see girls do something.
Yeah.
Like, and she's a photographer, so I know that it is like a guy industry, but she's there.
Yeah.
Making her. Like
sometimes she'll post and I'm like
known.
sometimes I'll post and I'm just like damn, like I did not think she was gonna be there and she's there. Like you know what I mean? Like like not in a like oh she's a girl thing, but it's like like sometimes like you'll see like pictures like I'll see like concert pictures
and you don't know that it
and then I'm like oh what the hell she took this picture like dang that's dope
so she's one. I think I want to do that. Maybe I don't know if it's a lot of work for you, but it'd be cool to go back to one of the clips and then just like give like a guest spotlight or something.
Oh, like on Instagram?
On Instagram.
And that'd be dope, actually.
That'd be like a clip of something, like one of our guests, like oh yeah, like they're manifesting something, and then bam, Like the Jazzy too, like her talking about we have something coming, blah blah blah, and then now they're on Amazon selling mass energy.
Yeah.
She's doing pop-ups and just a lot. Like Alex with his brand, like Flip with his the gym. Like all of these people are just like doing a lot. Terry, he has his own store now.
Yeah.
I mean, he already had one, right? But now you could see that this is him, know?
No, now he's building his brand. Like with all the wrestling tees and stuff.
So.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I think it's something that definitely to maybe look back and look at,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So.
But, man, shout out all our guests. Like, it's pretty dope to see you guys, like, grow and stuff and just, just have a lot of success that's well deserved,
Yeah, for sure.
But going back to that though, like I do want to like I am looking forward to more guests, and I do want to like pick guests that I do have an interest in talking to. Like there's some people that like might reach out that are like, hey, how can I get on? But it's like if my interest is not there, if like genuinely I'm like, man, it's like it's not it doesn't make sense. Like maybe we're not the podcast for you to get on, then
yeah,
it's like it to make this like a thing where we want it to feel good and natural and stuff, it has to be there,
yeah.
I can't like be like fuck, like I don't want to do this one, like you know what I'm saying, like I don't want to,
which is never really the case,
guys. I don't ever want to have to get to that point. Yeah,
because like you said, we are in like a plateau right now, and I want to get out of that. So I'm really thinking like, should we host like an event, do an event, just something like, and just fucking pull up and I don't know, do something,
Yeah.
But, like maybe to start the spotlights for the guests, like
maybe we start the spotlights, then maybe that'd be a thing.
Yeah, and then maybe we could do a pop-up, like ourselves with like how we did with Mania at Post at one time.
Yeah,
something like that would be cool too. Maybe like in June or July.
Yeah. Was one thing that I'm just like, man, I don't want, not that it confuses people, pero just think of like you're in attendance of a like a pop-up or something, right? Mm-hmm. It could be anything like hip hop or bounce back or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then like you see like, I'm just gonna say me porque I'm the one that like has like the stuff, right? So like you see me at the Studio 1017 thing. Like let's say it's just the Studio 1017 little booth. Mm-hmm. And you see me and you're like, oh, like what the heck, like that's dope, whatever. And then like we go to hip hop the next weekend, and now I'm selling vintage. And then we do bounce back, and then that's superior. Like as a person, you're in attendance, are you looking at me like, what the heck? Like,
no, I'm looking at you like, damn, tell me what you got going on, because obviously it's a lot. Like I'm very curious, you know, so I feel like I would be like, damn, I saw you over there, like, you know, and then be like, yeah, I was doing vintage. But like, well, what all do, you know? I think that's how I would look at it. And if they are looking at you like, damn, what the fuck, you're so random, then they obviously don't follow you on Instagram, because if they did, they would know what you have going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I really don't even care about what people think.
Yeah.
Like, because if you think about it, like, I don't know. I just don't care, because at the end of the day, it's just whatever money makes money. I mean, whatever makes me money, I'm going to do it, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm going to enjoy it. And if I'm in, because honestly, I'm not even going to lie. I was in the restroom earlier and I was thinking like, damn, next year I should literally buy a box of eggs and resell them, because I know I can. Like, it's so easy. I don't have to go post up anywhere. Just post them on Facebook Market. Mm-hmm. And they would sell like that. And it's easy money. Like, why wouldn't I do that if I know where to get them? I know who I can sell them to. And it's literally a thing of posting just for a month. Like, you know?
Remember when we pulled up to some lady's house and just bought some eggs from her?
Yeah, because they were hella cheap, because they were like her last batch. Because I'm the one that shops around and makes sure that I can get cheap eggs, you know? But, yeah, like, it's just, I'm meeting more contacts and I'm meeting more people, you know? So I'm just like, why wouldn't I do that? I'm not going to make a business out of it, but it'll just be quick money for me, you know? And I also thought about like, just, I don't know, just a lot of stuff that I've been like, people do this stuff, but they don't post about it.
Yeah. It's crazy because I let go of that. I let go of that idea of like quick money and stuff. Porque I want to build. My mentality is so like into building that I let go of like the quick money shit. You know, like I see like we have shit that I could sell like on OfferUp or whatever. Like I have stuff in the garage that I'm just like, I just need to sell this shit, you know? Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like I don't want to, I don't know, like, I don't know why this mentality of mine is just like keeping me from making money, because I want to build something to make money. You know?
Just said it there. Like, your mentality is keeping you from making money.
Yeah, but it's not like a lazy mentality.
No,
you know?
It's not. But it's just like you're blocking yourself at the end of the day, you know, because it's just like, why block yourself and build why can't you make money, quick money, and still build? Yeah. Which you are, you're doing that, you know, but there's just, for me, it's different, you know, because I'm building whatever different. Like, I want to build Mercado Milo. Like, I feel like Mercado Milo is really going to be like my focus, you know. I don't want to put too much on your plate, just aside from like the graphics side of it. But like everything else, like I want to take care of it, you know? Yeah. And AI Mas, like, again, I'm going to take care of it, but I'm just going to go to you for my designs, my ideas, you know? Yeah. Studio, I want to help with whatever I can. But aside from that, like, I am thinking like, man, I'm talking to these people, you know, when we do markets with Faith, and I'm just like talking to vendors and I'm like, oh, do you make that? And they're like, oh, no, I didn't. I bought it wholesale. And I'm just like, oh shit, well, I know where you get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why can't I just fucking make money like that? Obviously not like with things that they make, right? But even that, there's people that are vendors that they wholesale their stuff that they're selling. You know what I mean? Like, I talked to this girl, she does lip glosses, and she's like, oh yeah, I wholesale this. And I'm like, oh really? She's like, yeah, I just do like a bunch, and then I'll just like wholesale them to small businesses, and they sell them to whatever price they want. Because it's cute. And I'm like, oh, okay.
But they're, I mean, like, not branded.
Yeah, they're not branded, you know. But there's things that I would not get into that, you know. Like, I wouldn't get into that because I would brand. I'm very like you. I'm going to want to brand it. But I'm not going to brand confetti eggs.
Yeah,
if it's quick money, you know?
Yeah. And it's just like a seasonal thing.
And it's just a seasonal thing, yeah. Because I was thinking too, like, if I learned how to do income tax, like, why couldn't I do income tax next year for a few people and make a few $100s, like, easy, like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why not? But again, I am in that mentality where I want to make the money, but I want to grow. Yeah. You know?
For sure.
So I'm excited.
And I'm hyped.
I know.
You just hyped me up, honestly.
Good. I'm so glad. But yes, guys, talking about spring break. How did you
We were talking about spring break.
No, I said talking about spring break. Oh no, you're right. We weren't talking about it. Okay, going into spring break. What did you rate it?
Spring break was cool.
I think this has been by far one of my favorite spring breaks.
It was cool and it was
tiring.
It was hard. Porque the cool parts was like going to rodeo. We went to WWE. WWE City.
WWE City. I count Cancun as part of like the spring break, honestly.
Yeah, it was like right before it. So
yeah, because we went to Cancun, came back 2 days, 3 days, and then spring break started.
Yeah.
So I really do count it as part of it.
Yeah. Hey, well, Cancun for sure was dope.
Oh man, Cancun.
Man, we never talked about it, right?
Yeah, we never talked about it.
But you talked about it on Entre and posted. So if you guys want to hear about it, that's where yeah. But like WWE was cool. I was telling Rob about it on posted that's dropping mañana. Well, now, right, tomorrow. And how I told you afterwards, right? That about the guy that was like kind of stinky or whatever. Well, not even kind of. It was like the boy stank, you know?
I told Chris about it too.
For real, what did he say?
He's like, man, you're just like Faith. And I'm just like, dude, it stunk.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, I felt bad for Milo. I felt bad for the guys that next to him.
No, I feel bad for the guys next to him. I think Milo didn't really like realize because he would have said, man, it stinks. And I was waiting for him to say it stinks out loud so the guy could hear him.
No, I told Rob that there was a few times that Milo hit the guy's seat, you know? So I was like, and he would like kind of go like that, you know? I was waiting. I told Rob, man, I was waiting for him to turn around and be like, can you guys like tell him to stop, you know, hitting my seat? And me be like, well, can you put your arms down, bro? Because they fucking stink. Yeah. Like, I'm not kidding.
And normally, guys, we're super, super careful with Milo, like that he doesn't hit the person in front of him.
Yeah, but this one, I'm like...
But this one, we really were like, dude, just literally, like, just put your hands down. Like,
how do you... Okay, so it's... So
like,
this
you
guy,
know, he'd be like this.
Yeah, so this guy... Like, no, not even... All right, so this guy...
I don't want to really, like, go into
I'm not, but it's just funny, but it's like, you stink, right? For one, you stink. Like, your arms stink.
Your armpits.
Your armpits stink. But he would, like, pick up his arm. He'd be like this. He'd, like, fix his hair. He had a beanie, but he'd, like, go like this. So, to fix this side, he'd go, like, pick up his arm and go like this. And then this side. Instead of, like... I mean, you smell yourself. You know, like, you stink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, but the people next to him, too, like... like, bro. And then at the end, he hugged that one guy. Oh my god.
That guy was shorter than him. He was probably fucking dying.
Like, come here, man, come here. And I'm like, fuck. That's it.
And you know what, though? I did tell Chris, I was like, I didn't expect it to be, like, quiet.
Yeah. So that's another thing I told Rob, too.
I was like, and he's like, what do you mean? And then I'm like, yeah,
So Chris has gone?
Yeah. He says they go with Jem and Paul. I was like, yeah, like, it's quiet. You know who we should talk to this about? With
Terry?
No, with Jem and Paul.
Oh, okay,
on Friday.
Yeah.
Because he said that they go to those a lot. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool thing to talk about.
But anyways, guys, we went to WWE. It was super dope because it was a surprise for me. You still haven't did the clip, right?
No, and I'm not gonna put it with the. It's gonna be 2 different videos.
Oh, with what else?
Because we did the Pontelo, but then we did the.
Oh yeah.
But I tried it and I'm like, it doesn't go well.
Oh, okay, no, it's fine. Yeah, knocking my ideas down because I gave him that idea.
No, I think what I'm gonna do is just do like a spring break video.
Oh, okay. So we surprised Milo. We had bought tickets like back in February, maybe January.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up, whatchamacallit, what was it? Oh, so we didn't tell him we were going to go.
Yeah, no.
Until we pulled up and he was like, oh, look at the WWE city belt or whatever.
Yeah, so he saw like the trucks.
He saw the trucks.
First he saw the trailers, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, what? That, like, we'd pass it up. He's like, what? WWE?
But to him, it was just random. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, you're like, oh, WWE, like that.
And then WWE City. Yeah, I don't know why he calls it WWE City.
Yeah, I don't know. Either.
And so he would see, and then there was kids holding belts, and he still was like, wow, like that's so cool, whatever. Yeah. And then we parked, we got off, and expensive ass beer, let me just say.
But the cop almost gave it away.
Oh, yes, the cop.
Like, we're going to pay for parking, and he's like, no, y'all are good. Like, and then you're like, oh, after 6, right? He's like, yeah, after 6 is good. And we're like, all right, bet. And then he's like, what's up, man? He's like, you going to go watch some wrestling? You know? And then
Milo was like...
He's like, what? And then I was like, nah, he don't know. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck.
And then I'm just like,
yeah.
No, he doesn't know. But yeah, so we walked, and then we walked into Toyota Center, and Milo still was just looking around. Like, he kind of, I feel like he had an idea.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit, like there's wrestling tees everywhere. There's fucking belts everywhere.
But he
like,
didn't say, are we here or anything?
No,
he didn't. He was just like looking like, okay, this is cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we walked in, and I tried to record Roland and walking in with Milo, and then he was excited. He's like, ah, right? Like, he was all excited.
It was cool. I like when he's genuinely like. So I feel like he was genuinely surprised.
Yeah,
like,
he was genuinely.
He's
surprised.
like, we're in WWE. He's like, it's up there. Like he saw the thing, but then when I picked him up to see the ring, that's when I honestly was like, wow, like that was my first time going to something like that, you know. Yeah. And it may not have been WrestleMania, you know, and it was because it was surprisingly
I want to go to
small. WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like dope. Surprisingly very small, you know, and I was like,
hey, I was looking for tickets to go watch WrestleMania, but it's not here, right?
No.
So I was looking for flights, like,
that'd be crazy
to go or whatever. But then I was just like, we're kind of like, we don't got the money
crazy
for it.
I feel, we wouldn't have the money for it, but it's like a big, like, it's gonna be big.
It's gonna be big, because The Rock's gonna be there and.
That's crazy.
Defending his family, and I really wish we would have gone to that one, you know. But if it was in Houston, I feel like we would have made it happen. But since it's not in Houston, we have to get a fly, we have to get an Airbnb, or it's a lot of money just to go see them.
Oh yeah,
slap each other around, right? But
it's not just slapping each other around.
I'm just saying. But WrestleMania, WWE was dope. It was a good experience. And we did that. We also had the Shop Local Kids event.
Oh yeah, the kids event.
That one was super dope
did
too.
not do anything there.
I know. Roland was the one running the whole booth the whole time. Which was, you weren't the only guy running. Yeah.
It's funny because Dree and Daniel showed up, right? And I'm like, bro, I'm like that. So then Gianni and Milo went, you know, playing around. And I'm like, bro, I'm like right here selling all this little kid candy at a kid's thing. And he's like, yeah, you're going to be like, hey, kid, want some candy? And I'm like, fuck. For real. You know, and then I left them at the booth. Ellos.
Yeah, you told me.
Oh, I did.
Because Mila had to go to a restaurant.
Yeah, and I'm like, can y'all just watch it? You know, this is $2. This is $1. Like, you know, I'll be right back. And then...
Yeah, no, it was cool though.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
I interviewed like the little kids or whatever, you know, for Shop Local. And it was cool because that little girl, Fina... That's her name, right? Fina?
Yeah, the
rapper. Man, she cracked me up. It was my first time meeting her. I had seen that she had been at hip hop when I helped Lucia one time, but I never really like introduced myself or anything, you know?
Yeah.
And so I saw her, and she was one of the little kids I interviewed, because a lot of them were shy. Like Milo didn't want to get interviewed. Eden didn't want to get interviewed. So then I asked her, I'm like, do you want to answer some questions for me? And she's like, yeah. And then I'm like, tell me what's your name? And then she told me, and then I'm like, so what do you do? And what do you do? Like, she's only like 4.
Yeah.
She's like, what did she say? What did I tell you she said? She said something, and I'm a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what she said, but she said something, and I'm a rapper. And I'm like, oh, you rap? And she's like, yeah. like all
she
sassy.
said, like she dances, no?
She's a breaker. She's a
yeah.
breaker, and she raps or whatever. She's a rapper, and I'm like, oh, you rap? And she's like, yeah. And then I'm just like, I'm never gonna forget. It's so funny because she was like, my name is Fina, something like Selena, like bitty bitty bump. Like, oh, I'm just like, okay. But it was just so cute to see that, like with the little kids or whatever. So we had that. You want to go on a quick break?
Yeah, let's go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Okay, guys. And we are back. So the Shop Local Kids event was a great experience overall. Thank you, Shop Local Market, for hosting it. Chris and Faith, she literally hosted a whole event for free for kids, for everybody. And I just thought it was such a great idea, because kids came out, and I had a lot of, when I was checking in on the vendors, the kid vendors, a lot of them were like, when can we come back? When can we come back? So, I mean, I just thought it was great. Because it's just cool to see kids be creative. I had Javi's Michelle, reach out and say that Sophie wanted to come out and sell her slime. And I'm just like, yes, I'll let you know. Like, because it's just like, I want that. Like, I want to, if, guys, for Milo, we tell him like that he has his business, that he has his money. But we're not like, oh, you have to put $10 into savings or anything like that. No, to him is more. He's 5 years old. Let's be realistic, right? I tell him, if you want a toy, you just gotta work for it. And his working is to sit down and sell his candy. It's not that hard, So he picks the candies. So it's not like.
Was that loud?
Huh? Yeah, a little bit. But I can still hear it.
I'm gonna just let it melt.
Oh my God. You can do it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But I just thought it was so cool. Even though we had a lot of fun stuff going on. Like we had Break Free show up, do free class, do the whole free little session. We had like soccer all-stars, I think that's what they're called. They had free soccer classes for kids.
Milo ran over one of the signs.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He ran over one of the signs, and then him and another little boy. I don't know if it was the little boy he was playing with. But they tried to put it. I saw me and Daniel it was when Daniel and G were there, and then Milo ran over one of the signs because they put the signs where the kids were playing.
Yeah,
it's like it kind of like they made a little section with the signs. It was like 4 signs, I think.
Yeah.
And so when Milo was running, he ran over one, and then they were trying to put it back, and the guy's like, "It's all right." Like I saw the guy go up to them and like. But Daniel was like, he was like saying all these things for the guy, He was like, he's like, God damn, like they broke my sign, something like that. So he's like, let me try to put it back. Podía, the guy. So he just put it back in the box. He's like, I'm gonna have to ship it back and say it came damaged.
Me or what?
I know. Yeah, like it was like all bent up. The guy's like, he just put it back in the box. And then he's like, he's going to send it back and say it was damaged when he got there. He's like, I got it like that. I don't know what happened.
Toda la dirt and whatnot.
No.
That's funny. So we did that. We also went to the rodeo on Wednesday, which it was good when we got there, but then it just got hella packed after that.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, I enjoyed it. Rolling was like, whatever about it.
It's because it's like...
He was on like his serious face the whole time.
Yeah. And I don't feel bad about it. Pero es porque it's just like... I just know when it's big parties, it's like impossible like to move around. But it's
like,
if I already felt like that going to... If I already... Okay.
No, like, yes, it is. It was hard. I'm not going to say it wasn't. Yeah,
you're telling me like... I have the mentality when I was the one like reaching for kids that were like under no supervision.
Yeah.
I had to be the, hey, Mm-hmm. And I'm like, there's like a bunch of adults here, like,
No, yeah. No, low-key,
I was thinking to myself, if I didn't come, how would it have worked?
If you hadn't gone, like, I bet you anything, like, the one with the little one would have been more on top of it, more than likely.
So me going, which is what I told you, is like it gave people that little like he'll get him.
No, yeah. I get that. Like, and I did tell Faith, I was just like, I think it was, I didn't know that they were gonna go, you know, the other people, but still, I mean, it was just one kid.
The way, for me, I was just like, I just want Milo to have fun, like, you know,
which he did.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
and I wanted to.
To me, it was like, I mean, it was more like don't worry about me. Like, if I'm serious or whatever, it's whatever. But it's like I'm just chilling. Like, I'm just here to. I was like a bodyguard. Like, I was just walking around serious. Like, I see just like.
No, yeah. No, I wanted Milo to experience the rodeo with his cousins, you know. Yeah. And you know what I told Erica and Maria? I'm like, man, we didn't even take a picture of them. Not one.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Not one.
Well, they all took pictures like separate. We took the picture of Milo like every year, the one that he takes. But then like, I think.
Yeah, and we didn't take one picture together.
Yeah, they didn't take. Yeah,
the only video is the one that Melody has. That I have, that they got on the ride.
Oh, yeah.
That's the video that it's just...
Oh, you need to send me that, though, so I can put it in the...
Oh, okay. But I used to go to the rodeo with my grandparents, and I remember we would go, like, in the group. Like, all my tios. The only one that would never go was my mom.
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, I was with my grandparents, so it really didn't matter. But we have pictures, like, together. Like the cousin, not a lot. I think it was only like 3 pictures, you know, but still.
Man, you know what? I want to print out these pictures, right? Porque it's like I'm thinking of like I'm thinking about, I don't know what that picture looks like, you know, y'all's, but I'm thinking about like, you see that picture porque you physically like can see it, you know. But it's like sometimes like I take all these pictures of Milo and I never want to delete them off my phone, you know. So I'm like putting them on Google Photos. But then they're just there. Yeah. And every now and then I'll get on but I kind of want to print them and just so I know I have them and I can delete them off Google Photos. You know what I mean? Like, porque there's times that I'm like, I'll take a quick video of Milo and it's like whatever. And I'm like, and I just know it's nothing, but I'm like, I don't want to delete it.
I know. I'm the same way. Because I already backed it up to the... What is it?
The Google Photos?
No.
Oh, the hard drive?
The hard drive.
Yeah.
And I already backed them up there, but I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
But it just also, it's and even either on the or hard drive, because...
They could get lost.
Yeah, they do get lost. So but it's either or because my mom lost all our pictures in the flood.
Yeah, but it's like, I guess I would try to keep them like...
Safe.
Yeah, and if I know there's pictures here, and it's like the only thing I want to keep... Then I'm gonna try to make sure I can like either put them up high or
like
something,
I have pictures up there that I've printed. But no, we should look into that or whatever. But yeah, the rodeo was fun. I know Milo had tons of fun. Like, and you know what? Towards the end, I'm kind of glad like we did like veer off with Baby Mario because I know Baby Mario just like loves Milo, but I know Milo gets like annoyed. Or not annoyed, he just gets tired, because they fight so much, you know.
But then también the hard part was that like he was like barely tall enough to get so there were some that we were gonna be like, fuck, like he can't get on, and he's gonna want to get on, you know?
I know. But like that roller coaster ride, I'm so glad because I know they fight the most, you know, but it made me happy to see that Milo was like being like a big brother in that ride because he was the oldest cousin. Because if Aiden would have been there, Milo would have been getting annoyed with Baby Mario, you know, because he's my nephew, guys. He's very like not dependent of Milo, but like he is very like hugging him and like, you know, and then there's times that Milo's like, oh, my hand is hot. Like, just don't touch me right now, you know. But
it's like when we were walking, like, and I was holding Milo's hand, and then Baby Mario would be like, but he'd be like, here, Milo, and then he'd be like, man, I don't want to. Like,
yes, I felt so bad.
Yeah, but I was like, don't make him. Like, you know, as long as Baby Mario's holding somebody's hand, like,
I know, but I just felt bad because I'm just like, he's saying that I don't want to. Baby Mario's really like just wanting to be with Milo.
Yeah, but like, then you gotta think like, all right, Baby Mario is like the younger one, and then Milo's like the old. Milo's been catching hella attitude, so it's like,
yeah, no, he's in that hella attitude stage right now.
Yeah,
because honestly, I was like, if with Elias, I know if Milo would have done that in front of your mom would have been like, oh, You know,
No,
like,
I feel like she would have,
she would have been like
Milo, yeah, she didn't like that.
And then, but then it's just like he's in that stage, you know. So yeah, I did feel bad, but I know Baby Mario is just like he loves being with me too. So I feel like I was just holding him because I knew that it was either Milo or me that he would be happy with, you know. Yeah. So I was like the one grabbing him. But I know that when he told me that the roller coaster ride was his favorite, I was so happy because it was him and Baby Mario. You know, and they just got to experience that. So I feel like Baby Mario was just happy because it was him and Milo, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And, but yeah, it was a fun experience. And then they got in the last ride together, the clown one.
Oh, the little maze shit.
The maze one, yeah.
Low key, at the very end, I thought it was like he had to go in this room, but you just had to go like zigzag, you know? But like, I saw them like go towards it and then like they went back. And then I'm like, hey, you have to go in there, like go that way. And he's like, and then I feel like after Milo got off, I was like, you were scared, huh? He's like, no. I'm like, bro, you're scared because it was dark. You know?
Yeah, it was dark. But the rodeo was fun. I told Roland I want to go back next year and pick like one day and maybe just take him out of school early and then just go. And just go get on rides with him because he'll be taller and I know that he'll enjoy it, you know? Yeah. But we'll get on like all the rides together. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Because I love getting on rides. So I just think it'll be like.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll get on rides.
You always say that.
No, look, I would get on rides. Like, I'm not scared, you know?
I don't think you're scared. I just don't think you care for them.
I just don't want to wait in the freaking lines.
Yeah, so regardless if we go, you still have to wait.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's like one of those, like, all right, I have... You know how, like, normally, like, I wouldn't wait in the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You're, like, but since we were with the kids, then I'm waiting there just in case, like, something, you know, like, they wander off or whatever. So I'm there. And then, when it came time for them to ride, then I just get out of the line. And then I'm just watching or whatever, right? But it's like, I see, like, with the girls, right? You know how, like, I stayed with the girls and then we're in line. And then I'm like, all right, once they get on, then I'll just go. But it's like, I could have got on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things, like, I could have got on, but I'm just like, eh. But if it's one of those, like...
How was that?
How?
Were they talking crazy stuff or no?
Oh, my God. I had to calm them down. Like...
Why?
Like 4 times. Because they had water bottles. So they're like...
Oh, they kept hitting each other.
They're trying to hit each other's water bottles, you know? But then, like Haley would, like, jump back and she'd hit, like, the people behind her. And I'm like, Haley... Like, just come over here, you know, like, and then, like, they'd get out of line, and I'm like, Madeline, pa acá. I said, like, get right here, you know, like, y'all stop moving, you know, like, and then, but, like, I was in front of, like, I was making sure, because we got cut in line, you know, like, porque I was, like, turning around, and when I look back, you remember, like, because you were there, no, but you were there, I know you're not going to remember it, but you were there, and you asked some lady, it was some Hispanic lady, and you're like, hey, are you in line? She's like, yeah, I'm in line for the thing. And that's who we stood behind, right? And then that's when you left. And I'm going to take them to the carousel or whatever. So I stayed with them. And then at one point, I was like, hey, y'all got to chill. Like, you know, hey, esta pa acá, you're hitting the people. When I turned back around, it was like a whole new family. No, it was a brother and a sister. So I was like, fuck, you know? But then llega the dad and the mom. And it's like, fuck. And that's when I noticed the lady that we were behind was in front of them. And I was like, what the hell, bro? But then I was like, I'm not even gonna say nothing, you know? So I stood in line, and then what ended up happening, it ended up working out porque the lady that we were standing behind originally se salió. Like, she was like, y'all can go because I have to wait on whatever, you know? So then ellas se fueron. But then in my head, I'm like, it didn't matter anyway porque they let like 20 people at a time on those columpios.
It doesn't matter.
So I'm like, oh.
The line was moving fast.
Yeah, they were still going to get in with the same group.
The carousel too.
Yeah, so it's like, you know.
No, yeah. The rodeo was fun. It's super expensive for sure.
Yeah, and then Madeline was like, can you hold my water? And I'm like, no, you're a big girl. Like, you hold your water. And she's like, but when I get on the ride. And they're like, oh, yeah. When you get on the ride, I'll hold your water, right? And then they got on the ride, and then...
She forgot to give you
water. When they were getting off, Haley was walking off already. And then Madeline was like, Haley, your water. And then I saw that they had told them to put the waters in the center. Mm-hmm. And they're getting them. And I'm like, oh, I thought to myself, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't grab their waters. So then when they got off, Madeline was like, you forgot to grab my water. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I know, I saw.
That's so funny. But yeah, like even that too, like I'm glad the girls experience the rodeo too, you know, because I know that my sister
they're probably like,
have
fuck, like we're stuck with the
angry uncle.
Yeah, the angry uncle right now. Mm-hmm. Like, fuck.
But other than that,
was there something that we didn't do at the rodeo that you wanted to do?
Get on rides.
We didn't get the little mini donuts.
I know we didn't get the mini donuts. I just didn't want to buy food, knowing that if we bought food,
I wanted to buy food so bad. I was hungry and I was thirsty.
If we bought food, it just meant we had to buy food for everybody.
Yeah, and that's why. Yeah,
and that's one of the problems, you know. But it's just me
because those corn dogs took forever for the kids.
Yeah, because they were cheap. They were like, there was a sale going on, you know, so the line was long. Milo did get his corn dog.
Yeah.
And he ate it before he got on the carrousel or whatever. But I feel bad because I never gave Haley hers. Because then I didn't see my tia anymore. Because then they left the other way, you know. Yeah. I did want to play the games.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to play the games for Milo. Like, I wanted him to win something.
Yeah, I think that's something I want to do next time is like do the rides. Let's say we spend the day there. Let's say. I want to do the rides early and then end the night at the games. Yeah. Porque I'm like, I don't want to...
Something chill and eat while we're playing the games.
I don't want to win something and then have to carry that shit around all day. But I was like watching people and I'm like, man, like it's easy to win shit.
Yeah.
Because there's a shitload of people.
Erica said she won like 2 stuff.
Really? Yeah. Like, yeah. Did you see Mike from the closet?
No.
Well, he went with somebody, and then the guy, it was that one that Milo played with the bottle, and the guy stood it up, so le dieron the big ass pickle Rick.
Oh, you know? That's what I wanted.
And then it's that Mike, he asked some boy, he's like, hey, do you know who this is? And then he's like, if you guess it right, no, he's like, do you know who this is, right? And he's like, Pickle Rick, you know? And then he's like, all right, you know how many tries it's gonna take you to get this? And he's like, how many? He's like, 0 because you guessed it right. So nomás le dio el Pickle Rick, you know?
Damn.
So I was like, damn, that's dope.
Yeah. Man, Milo would have got that answer wrong. What does he call it?
Pickle Mick.
Pickle Mick.
Mick and Morty.
Mick and Morty. But overall, the spring break was fun. Roland was here with Milo.
Oh, that's the part that was hard. The part that was hard was like him being here and keeping him entertained. That's why I made that video. I was like, you know, I did you even read the caption?
The one with
him falling?
I think I did.
Then what did it say?
I don't remember.
Exactly.
I think I did. The whole that he was like, you're like you'll feed him or something, or that he's bored out of his mind or something like that. I remember it, right? It was like the last sentence of one of them was like, oh, yeah, and then he'll tell you I'm bored.
It's one of those, like, it's hard to keep him entertained. So for one, like, he'd wake up early, you know, and I'm trying to work. Regardless, like, I'm still trying to work, you know? So it's like, para él, this time that he's in school right now, he's like, if he was here, he'd be like, I'm hungry. I want to do this. I want to do that. Can you play with me? I'm like, bro, normally we'd play like at 4 or 5 after school, you know? It's like... He's trying to play like at 10 a.m., you know? And I was like, we could. Obviously, it's spring break. But it's like, at the same time, we have to do stuff, you know? Yeah. You have to work. I have to work. So that's like the hard part of him being home is that I can't just... And if I tell him like, hey, just watch TV. You play this game. Then it becomes like one of those like... he's like, oh, that's like... He's bored, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. You have to go, right?
I'm going to go ahead.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna end right here, guys.
You can finish saying what you're saying.
No,
that it was hard for you.
No, real quick. I'm just gonna say this morning, the Bluey episode that he was watching had to do with him. It's called Bingo. Have you seen that one?
No.
So
I don't know if I've seen it.
So it's you know, in the song, it's like it's Mom, Dad, Bingo, Bluey. All right. So this time it was the other way. It's Bluey. Bingo, and it's her episode. So Bluey leaves to go play like with a friend. So then Bingo's like, Mom, can you play with me? Right? So then the mom's like, the toilet's not working. I have to fix it. And she's like, so who am I gonna play with? You know? And he's like, And she's like, you're gonna play with bingo. It's like, oh yeah, wait, how do I play with my with bingo? You know. So like you just have to learn. So then like it's her trying to like keep herself entertained the whole time. So she's like, oh, I know, I'm gonna play doctor. So she goes in the tent and then she's like, next patient, and then it's like nobody there. And she's like, this is not gonna work, you know. So, but it's like I see,
you know, and that's one of the things that like, you know, guys, that we were trying to get pregnant or whatever, and that is one of the things that I feel guilty about, that we haven't gotten pregnant because of him. When he'll pull that card, who am I gonna play with? I'm lonely, and I'm just like, that makes me feel bad. I'm just like, and he gets us like that, and I don't know if he knows, because now he'll use it more often. Right?
I just think it's like a guilt trip type shit.
Yeah, like, but I don't know. Do you think he's guilting us, like, on purpose?
I don't think so. But
obviously he doesn't know we're trying. He doesn't know anything. But it's not gonna. Like, older he gets, the less is working on me. You know. Oh, like, the older he gets, it's only been months. Like,
no, it's like yesterday. Like, I'm telling him, hey, before, if he ever fell, come on, like, you know, the times he would get hurt, I'm like, papi, you okay? Like, you okay? Yesterday he fucking fell off the couch. I'm like, I'm not gonna help you, get up. And he's like, you know, he's holding his knee. I'm like, I'm not gonna help you, bro. You know, I'm like, you know why you fell, right? You know why? And he's like, no. I'm like, you know why? Like, I'm not gonna help you. No, you're a big boy, you know.
And then mom to the rescue.
Yeah, where? The sobo? You know.
I'm like, but then I told him, I'm like, but you're not sitting down right. Yeah. That's why you fell.
He fell off the table. He fell off the couch.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you know. But yeah, all right. Now we can end it here.
Yeah.
I think it was a good episode. It was a quick something for you guys.
A spring break.
Just like a little catch up type shit. Other than that, you know, hope you guys are enjoying like the content that we've been posting. I do want you guys to enter the giveaway, because the giveaway is still going on.
Yes.
So by the time they're watching this, and by the time they're watching posted, but the
you okay? You got it? You want me to wrap it up?
I got it. But the Entre giveaway will be ending on Thursday.
Yes.
So the winner will be announced on Friday. So make sure you guys enter that. Yes. Other than that, guys, sponsors, we want to look for more sponsors for the podcast. Yes. You know, we have plenty of like advertisement slots that you guys can use and utilize for your business.
Yes, so we'll be coming out with the deck and all that stuff.
Yeah, if you're interested, reach out to us. I will be reaching out to certain businesses too, though.
Yeah,
like for sure. Other than that, guys, much love. That's it. Peace.